Yeah.
So my name's Aiden. I'm a senior in high school, and I've been in the Nash educational program since my sophomore year. I first joined the Nash through their legacy ensembles, which are a once a week small group jazz combo. And here I met mentors such as Eric Rasmussen, who I don't know if you guys know, he's a great guy, and also our director Clark Gibson. And I also met some of my closest friends through that program. And one thing that I really appreciate about the mentors and the program here is that they don't try to impose any like musical philosophy on you, or they're not making everybody transcribe the same solos or check the same people out. And this leads to a really diverse band where everyone can really share their own musical tastes, and we all grow as musicians really well. And this also leads to a lot of musicians being very well rounded and exposed to multiple different styles of music. Like I'm really into Sonny Clark, but a bass player might be really into Jaco Pastorius. So there's a lot of interplay there where I might be like, hey, check out this hard bop album, and he's like, hey, check out this Weather Report album, or like check out this fusion album. I'm like, oh, this is so cool, And not only this, but another great resource of the Nash is just the amount of opportunities that students receive, just being able to speak directly to like legendary musicians, or just musicians that are just professionally on the scene in New York, or like the West Coast, down in New Orleans or whatever. And this is all happening at very little cost or no cost at all for us students, which is really nice. And like for example, just a few weeks ago, I was able to take a master class with the great legendary bass player Ron Carter. And I mean, I don't know if you guys know who Ron Carter is, but he's been playing with the Miles Davis Quintet, and he's the most recorded bass player, the jazz bass player ever. So I was able to ask him questions and have insights that only someone who's lived through the music as long as he has can answer. So that was just really great. And another example is like the summer camp, which I don't know if a lot of you guys know about the summer camp that we have here, but in the summer camp, I mean, first of all, our faculty is amazing. Like we have Corcoran Holt, which is Professor ASU, Mike Coker. This year, I think we're gonna have Pat Bianchi, who's like basically the best organ player alive right now. And we got Clark, we got Eric, all the local, really good local mentors. And then, Lewis Nash also here, Mr. Lewis Nash. And I personally got to work with Mr. Lewis Nash for a week, which was really great. And I got to learn from him, and he shared with us like all of his professional insight from his years of experience. And I really grew as a musician through all these little things. And like there's a lot of things that Mr. Nash told me that I wouldn't have considered previously, and he gave us a lot of stories. Like Mr. Lewis Nash just played with everybody, you guys know. Like he played with Benny Golson, he played with Ron Carter, he played with everybody. So a lot of jazz stories that he has too, which is really nice. Anyway, at the time, I didn't really realize it, and I kind of took it for granted. But looking back now, I think the Nash has really been my most valuable resource in my jazz journey throughout high school, especially because I started kind of late, and the Nash really helped me propel me forward. And since I'm now going to college, hopefully to pursue jazz music as well. So anyway, I hope this great resource will continue for a lot of young jazz musicians in Arizona to come. And I want to just thank you all for being here and supporting jazz education in Arizona, and for all of you guys that help out and allow students like me to have these opportunities. Thank you so much.